Hello, so today we're going to be talking about Anatomy and Physiology, Chapter 19, about blood typing and antibodies. So everybody on their red blood cells has what they call antigens. So this is the red blood cell, and on your red blood cell you have these little markers, and in this case they're circles, which identify it as an A blood type. Now these little markers, like I said, are called antigens. You can think of antigens as like a way to identify what kind of cell it is and where it comes from. In the same way that basketball teams all wear different types of jerseys to say, this is who I am, this is where I'm from, kind of tells them who they represent. So the same thing with antigens. They, like let's say I'm type A blood, that means that all of my red blood cells are going to have the same antigens, all have the same shape. So inside of a type A person's bloodstream, they're going to have antibodies that are going to attack anything that have different antigens than yourself. Like for example, if you were a type A person with this shape antigens, and you were to get a blood donation from someone with type B, which here is triangles, then this person's blood would go into your bloodstream, and your body would recognize that, hey, these aren't my antigens, I have circles and these are triangles, so that means that this must be a foreign invader. And so in the type A person's bloodstream you have anti-B antibodies. So they're going to be shaped like triangles. They're not going to be shaped like circles because they're not going to want to attack its own self. It recognizes circles as being its own. So if you were to have blood from a type B person come into the bloodstream of a type A person, the antibodies in the type A bloodstream would attack the triangles or the antigens on the blood that's coming inside. Now, for example, and the same thing would happen conversely if a type A person were to donate to type B. The B person's antibodies would see the circles and know that that wasn't its own and attack that. So this is why it's important when we donate blood to donate to someone who would receive the same type of blood. So if you're type A, you want to be receiving from another type A so that your antibodies won't attack it. It will see more circles and just be like, okay, cool, this is our antigens and this is fine. Now, some exceptions are with an AB person, an AB blood type. This person has circles and triangle antigens on their red blood cells. So, if a type B person were to donate blood to them, their body would be like, okay, we're cool with triangles because we have triangles on our red blood cells, so that's fine, I'm not going to attack them. Same thing if a type A person were to donate to a type AB person. Their body would be like, okay, we have circles and they have circles, so they're fine too. So we see here that they neither have anti-A or anti-B antibodies because they're not going to want to attack circles or triangles because that's what they have. So this is what we call the universal recipient. A type AB blood type person can receive blood from a person who is type A or type B or type AB. So they can receive anybody's blood. So that's lucky for them if they were ever in a car accident or something and they were bleeding and they needed a blood transfusion. Now we get to what's called type O. They put here neither A or B. Now this person doesn't have either one of those antigens. It doesn't have circles or triangles. So an interesting thing here is that in their bloodstream they're going to have antibodies that go against A and B. Because if any red blood cell comes in that has any antigens at all, it's going to be like, hey, well, we don't have any antigens, so they must be foreign invaders because they're different from ours. So they're going to have anti-A and anti-B antibodies. So if any of these guys were to donate to a type O person, then the antibodies would attack them. So this person cannot receive any type of blood except from a type O, another person who has no antigens. Now this person is called the universal donor because they are able to donate blood to anyone. See, the fact that they have no antigens, if they were to donate to someone with A, B, or A, there'd be nothing for their antibodies to attack because they don't have any antigens. So they would come into the person's bloodstream kind of like invisible, unnoticed, and there'd be nothing for the antibodies to attack to. So these people can donate to anybody, but they can only receive from themselves. Everyone else here at least can receive from 2. So type A can receive from type A and type O. Type B can receive from type B and type O. Type AB can receive from type A, type B, and type O. So this is how the blood groupings work. Now down here, they're showing you what it looks like when a antibody attaches to an antigen. Now this is called agglutination. Agglutination is when the antibodies are actually physically attacking the antigens. So agglutination is bad in a case where you're donating blood to someone. You don't want agglutination to occur because then all the blood cells are kind of going to just go like squish together and like get clumpy, and your blood's not going to be able to flow well, and it can cause problems. So agglutination is bad when you're donating blood to somebody. You don't want that to happen. However, it is good if your antibodies are attacking to germs, because that is how we get rid of them and how they signal the white blood cells to come and kill them. So in that case, agglutination would be a good thing. So this has been blood typings and antibodies from Chapter 19 in A&P.